Good morning, all. Good morning. How are we doing? Hope we are well. Hope all is good. Let's get it. Interesting day. DJ looks like it wants to break up now. I'm just eyeing it at the moment, seeing what's going on. A little bit early, I just came to the charts, so I don't want to jump into anything too quick. But yeah, just eyeing what's going on here at the moment. Interesting price action. So we'll see what happens. Today is Wednesday and we have the UK budget today, right? We have the UK budget today. Current 1 hour here has closed bullish. What's our target? 19 pips. Yeah, potential for an early trade here. Just worried about the time. The time will be the only issue to this trade, but this candle closing above here in small amount of time could be an option, you know, could be an option for sure. So we'll have to see how this I think if this starts to break the high here, if this closes like this and breaks the high, I think we have a good shot to continue up bullish here. Right, and if anything closes back in the range, but your stops have to be pretty big here. 25 pip stops. And you would hold that. No top wick. No top wick is very risky here. Look at that. Volume came in. That's a little bit annoying. Very annoying. Very, very, very annoying here. Pushed up, no top wick. Yeah, we have to wait at the moment, but no, that was definitely an option breaking this high. Stop loss. You're gonna target up here. That's the trade for now. Shall see. So that's how you'd run it. Only problem is this didn't close without a top wick here, which is a little bit annoying. Didn't allow me to enter as this just pushed up. How many pips did this push up? 6 pips without any chance for me to enter. I didn't leave a buy stop, I just came to the charts. But if this pulls back now and gives me a chance to enter, I might enter on this trade here. Especially after this 15-minute close. If this closes like this and pulls back, I might look to enter in this trade. If I don't, then I guess I've missed this trade and there's nothing I can do, and you saw it live, how I just couldn't get in. So, you know, with that being said, until we have something on the charts here, let's have a look at what daily is doing. Daily close bullish here. I do expect it to come and fill the top of the range. We have to worry about these rejections, but you know, we could get the wick fill today. There's no reason why. 4 hour on the other hand is also closing bullish, and I think this can easily reach 164 here. 164 is going to be a key level, and it's a lot of rejection we've seen from 164. So this is a level you have to really be careful about, and you can see every time we hit 164 there's heavy rejection. So definitely something you have to watch. This 164, it's been definitely a key resistance for a while now, right? And on the lower time frame here, hour is closed bullish. I expect this to drive up. Hopefully it gives us an entry here. We can get a small pullback on this 15-minute close, and I can look to try, you know, catch some of this move here. If not, then that's how things are sometimes, you know, and there's nothing I can do about it. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying actually, and yeah, very annoying to be honest. But you know, if it doesn't follow your rules, what to do? I really wanted to wait for that close, and yeah, I think that would have been a good option. It is what it is, but if we do get a pullback here, I can look to try get into this move. For gold today, daily time frame on gold has created its first resistance here. We are not broken the lows yet, so I don't see full continuation. If you look at the 4-hour, we're kind of slowly breaking down here, but once we break the lows and start to close below this type of zone, this support here at 1896, I do think we will get some continuation to the downside. For now, you have to be worried about this support here at 1898. Selling into the support will be very dangerous. We're almost at target here, so your target is going to be basically 8 pips away, so you can't really do anything on gold at the moment. But if we start breaking and getting below this support here at 1896, there'll be possibly an opportunity here for sells on gold, right? Going back to GJ, because that's what's interesting, that's just pushing up now, and this is giving me yeah, a bit of anxiety and annoyance at the moment. But you know, what can I do, right? This is very annoying actually, but sometimes it's like that. We'll see on this 15-minute close what type of pullback we get, but I don't expect much of pullback. I expect this just now to drive straight up to 164, right? And we take note of the time that the volume has come into the market here, right? So we play this trade out like this, because this would have been our entry right here, right? Target somewhere. Realistically, the 1 hour is your target up here, something like that. And yeah, that's how it's gonna run, right? So I do think it will hit this target here. So we can run it and see. If you're gonna enter now, you need a very steep wick to come back to this entry. That's, you'd only be blessed like that, right? If this just breaks the high and continues, then that's the trade, and that's it, done basically. Okay, you can probably move your stops somewhere like this. So yeah, that's probably how I would have played this trade. So yeah, it's interesting to see. Unfortunate. Sometimes it is like that, you know. Sometimes it is. Anyone managed to get into that? Anyone managed to get into that? But we'll see. If we can get a pullback towards here, we can look to get another entry. Retest of this zone. It's potential. Can you do NASDAQ analysis? Yeah, I can have a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ on the daily. Closing bullish here on NASDAQ on the daily. 4-hour also closing, but at resistance. You need the 4-hour to close above 12,244 to get continuation towards the upside. Otherwise, we're going to range here, and there's nothing you can really do. This 4-hour resistance is going to be key, so if price can close above, great support, you can look to continue buys here. Selling is not really an option just yet until the 4 hours closing bearish. Yeah, it was very tough. This came super early, literally 10 seconds before I came to the charts. Started seeing this like, okay, fine, wait for the 5-minute close here, you know, because I didn't want to buy at this resistance. Wanted to buy above this resistance, exactly like this, but did not get anything. Just pushed up 6 pips, nothing we can do, but we can wait for this to pull back. If this pulls back and starts to respect this zone, we can look to buy the same setup towards the upside, and we have London to trade. So, you know, target today is 164. So unless we push up to 164 right now, then we have all that opportunity to trade to there, right? So it's nothing to worry about at the moment. Pretty simple. So let me put the plan for now, you know, and you can't have FOMO over these moves. Plan, we're basically looking at target 164. All right, first target is going to be this 1 hour resistance, but essentially looking for supports to continue. All right, looking for some supports to continue. Bullish. Simple as that. All right, we have no range to close above. We have nothing that we can close above. We're simply waiting for some supports to continue. So it's all good. Now, since this last 5 does not have a bottom wick, I wouldn't be surprised for this candle to now break its low and then reject and make a bottom wick for this previous candle. I've see that many times in the market. You'll have a 5-minute candle or whatever time frame make a wick like this, right? And now we see this reject, and it basically makes the candle's bottom wick, right? So you made the previous candle's bottom wick. So yeah, anyways, this makes me feel better. We didn't have the volume to continue up bullish here, right? So if this can start pulling back deeper, maybe even all the way to here, then we can look for supports to continue this bullish. Buying right here after we missed the first shot from somewhere here is a little bit tough, right? We don't want to buy this candle rejecting at the moment. Even though it can work out like it is now, right? We don't want to do that, right? That's just trying to guess. Now we're having FOMO and not following our plan if you do that type of stuff. But this is what I said. If you rewind that part, I've seen it many times. Candle comes, makes a bottom wick for the previous candle, and then continues bullish, right? It's very common to see that, but that's not a trade plan. You can't take trades based on that, right? But as you guys can see, this is why bottom wicks are super important, because most markets do make them, right? So you would potentially avoid this, because if this came all the way down here, now you're in a bad position, you know? If we had a bigger range to this 1 hour resistance, breaking this high here, we could probably trade, but that's only 10 pips away, right? 10 pips for a 18 pip stop loss is not really the best idea, right? But yeah, now we're seeing volume start to come earlier. If you guys, on the 26th, the times will change and we'll start to see volume even come even earlier, and probably we'll get more trades. So there's no rush. Remember today, guys, and I need to remind you this, right? It is the UK budget, all right? So today is the UK budget. If we look at date, right, 2023, right, 14 hours ago, here's the UK budget, right? So the budget's gonna happen Wednesday 15th. It normally happens around 12:30, right? So we do have London session to trade, but we want to be very, very careful with this news here, right? We don't want to really be trading next to news, or we want to be in and out of positions, because a lot of the market is going to be waiting, especially only the GBP is going to be waiting for this news before anything else, right? So we need to be watching this very, very carefully here and understand, you know, what's going to happen. I mean, we can see what BBC has to say about it, right? We know Wednesday, 12:30. We're going to see the government spending. What do they expect? Do they tell us the forecast? So they're not going to give tax cuts, which is not really what they wanted. Energy support expected, help to reduce childcare. Yeah, so we'll see if all of these come, especially this one, right, comes to fruition. If this stuff does come to fruition, then you might see, you know, it be taken positively. It'll be interesting, actually. It's quite tough to say what the market's exactly going to do on this news, but you know, you could see this long term continue up quite bullish here, right? And this monthly candle close, we can see this monthly that made support, right? Monthly's made a bottom wick, retested the open, right? And this could potentially now, it's just about flipped. And for the rest of the month, 16 days, we can start continuing and potentially break the high. And next month, find ourselves up to the top of the range is definitely a possibility. For the weekly candle, look at this, right? Look at this rejection, retest. As soon as this breaks the high, for all you guys who know, this is like a setup number 3, right? As you break the high. And this can probably continue up, you know, and fill this wick. Let's change this plan a little bit. Price pushed up early. Looking for pullbacks and, right? Price pushed up early, looking for pullbacks and support to continue bullish. Very simple plan here. And we'll see what shall happen. You guys are quite quiet in the chat. If you have any questions, let me know. Maybe you're concentrating, waiting for me to give you the all good to take a trade. But we have to wait at the moment. We have to wait. So if I was in this trade from before, I'd probably be at break even now. Be interesting to see if I get hit at break even. Because most trades at this time normally do end up coming to break even, right? We normally get inconsistencies, and we see maybe in the next 40 minutes, we see pullbacks, right? The banks in the USA got me thinking the initial band-aid might calm people but ultimately fail. How might this affect Forex pairs? Yeah, this, I mean, they're gonna have a solution. Essentially, we're always gonna see a reaction in the market. It's very hard to say what direction the reaction's gonna be. But if you take an example, on crypto, for example, it had a positive reaction. People didn't really want to trust the banks, so we saw crypto push up here. I did say in the group yesterday that I don't really trust this move, and we did reject and end up coming back. But, you know, this was taken positively into the crypto market because people don't really trust the banks. But for currency pairs, you're just going to see people move money in and out of the dollar. So if it's a US bank failing, you're going to see the dollar go down because people are going to lose a bit of trust in the dollar, right? If it's a you know, Gbpjpy bank failing, you're going to see that type of movement. You'll see movement into safe haven currencies, the euro, the yen, stuff like that, right? That's the most of the stuff you're going to see, right? Can I have a quick look at Bitcoin here, right? Daily time frame, leaving a long wick here to the upside, and still hasn't closed above our range, right? We have this daily resistance here. We haven't closed above this daily resistance, which is super interesting to see, right? Until we close above there, there's no continuation. On the 4-hour time frame, yeah, we're back into our range, close back into the 4-hour range as well. And we're basically, price is unsure what to do. Until we close, if we start closing above 25,265, I do think we probably pop up to 25,620, right? Small trade, but that's a possibility. Morning, Harry. Does US 30 work on order blocks or just structure? Can't seem to use supply and demand concept. What's your take on this? I don't personally trade supply and demand. I trade price action. So I'm not going to be able to give you 1000% accurate answer onto that. But for me, I think that price action works in every single market, and learning price action will be a lot more beneficial than potentially learning order blocks and stuff like this, because I'm not sure what its consistency is among multiple markets. But what I do know is that price action will work across US 30, whatever it may be, US 30, gold, Bitcoin, NASDAQ, everything, right? Looking for GJ buys since it faked us out earlier. I wouldn't consider this a fake out. It did push up. I rather would have been in on this close here or something, right? Breaking this high, I would have wanted to be in. Now buying right here is a little bit high. I wanted to pull back, right? There was an option to buy as we broke this high here, but it was too early and it just pushed up super quick, right? 5-minute open, no bottom wick, pushed up. We didn't really have the chance. So now we just have to wait and be patient. Sometimes the market's going to be like this. And the number one thing where a lot of you guys fail is you're going to get FOMO and you're going to try jump into the move. I was speaking to someone about this yesterday. If you think about the markets like this, there's only 3 outcomes that can happen in the market. You either lose, you make, or not, you don't make anything, right? Now, the one you want to be in between is either you don't want to make anything or you want to make money. Losing money is where you go wrong. And if you set yourself up to lose by doing things that's outside of your plan or things that you don't really trust, what's going to happen is that you're going to have this type of these losses that are going to eat up all of your profits, and you would have found out that it's better just to sit on your hands and wait for better setups, right? Because if you sit in your hands, you're not losing anything, right? You're essentially losing time, but that time will be paid back from your good decisions. And that's very important to understand, is that people think, fine, you're losing time, but by not taking trades and FOMOing in and forcing a trade, you're not losing time, because that time that you gave up by being disciplined is going to be paid back, right? And patience is your biggest source of income. You FOMOed, well, it's not good, man. Now you're in a sticky situation. Where did you FOMO from? Depends where you FOMO. If you FOMO on this closure here, you're in drawdown now. 15 closed bearish here. Now you have to hope, right? Now it's going to be stop loss or TP. There's nothing you can do at the moment. You have to learn from this. Your stop loss is going to be below 163.590 if you took that trade. And now you're in a bad position. But that's your fault, right? You put yourself in that position, right? It's only you to blame. And now you either have to get a little bit lucky and trust that this continues up bullish and hold the trade, right? If this comes back down here, your trade's still fine, your stop will still be fine. Let it do its thing. But I'll probably be taking trades from here, you know, and in a better position because I waited. If this just goes out the screen, then you got lucky today. And sometimes it's like that. But don't repeat the same mistake over and over again. That's what's going to mess you up long term in the markets. Where did you enter, man? Private sliders? Where did you enter? Be interested. Indian Nifty chart. Can you please see it for once as per PA or traditional support supply and demand? Please see and share your views. Yeah, I don't look at Nifty, man. You know, it's popular in India. I know that, right? But for me, I don't know how you trade with all of these gaps. Right, it just doesn't make any sense. There's too many gaps here. Right? It's not really... It's not the best thing to trade, right? Alright. 163.758. Alright, let's see where he entered. He entered right here. So you're basically at break even now. So now you have a choice to make a decision. Do you want to hold your trade because you see this green candle moving? Or do you want to get out and wait for a better option? You know, and that's a decision you have to make because it's your trade. I'm not going to influence your decision because if it does the opposite of what I said, you're going to be pissed off. I don't want to be involved in that. But personally, I would have a plan of what to do at this moment, and it's very simple. Essentially, you could manage your trade now and take a very small loss that if this doesn't continue up here and breaks this low, you can look to maybe manage your trade if I was in it. But, you know, now you just have to wait and trust structure. That structure will play out, you know. So this is a decision you have to make because now you're in drawdown again, right? This is the problem you have at entering in a bad position. You know? But Rachin, I would say that Nifty will follow support and resistance. You just have to worry about these gaps, right? You have to focus on the gaps. I won't be pissed. I'm only trade 0.01. Okay, yeah, then you're fine, right? But now that's a great... It's not a loss, it's a lesson, right? You learned a lot from this. There's a lot you could take away from this. Because if that was not a 0.01 and trading something, what I trade, you know, this is going to be, you know, how much minus are you now? You're looking at maybe minus $700 here. You know, it's not fun. That's not a game you can play, right? But when you're trading small sizes, doesn't really matter, right? When you're trading small sizes, you don't really care. But you need to remove these bad habits, right? You need to remove those bad habits. Are you playing Lo-fi in the background? Yes, I am. Is it too loud? Let me know. I can turn it down. I'm playing it on Spotify. Before you ask me which Lo-fi it is, I'm playing it on Spotify. It's from this package I pay for non-copyright music. It's what I use in my videos and stuff like that. No worries, man. You know, there's a... No, it's cool. We all love Lo-fi. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Can't go wrong with it. You know, there's something in the market that I noticed, and it took me a long time to get over this, right? Is every time you miss sort of a move that you wanted to be involved in, you kind of sit there and like, oh, I could have made this much, or this would have paid for this, or it would have made me this, or I should have been in it. And then you get into this anxiety and you're stressing to try find another move. But look how many chances look how many moves there are in the market. If you were trading, you could have said it about this. You could have said it about this move. You could have said it about this close above here. All of these moves was potentials for you to take a trade. So that means that this will happen in the future again. There'll be another trade. So you just have to relax. Sitting on your hands, you haven't lost anything. The worst thing is to try catch a move, and now instead of missing the move, you're taking a loss on the day. That's really gonna mess your day up. You know, so sometimes it pays off just to be patient, and this pays off long term. Maybe today it hasn't paid off, but long term, it really will pay off, right? And you'll get rewarded for it, because these small mistakes, taking small losses here and there, they add up big time, right? They really do add up. If you guys are enjoying the stream, I'd appreciate if you did some YouTube business. You know the YouTube business. Appreciate a like. Really does help. For you private who took this trade here, if this breaks the high like it is doing now, I think you'll be okay, right? I think you'll get away with this, to be honest. Right? But your target's going to be this 1 hour resistance. Don't be greedy. Try hold it past it. Be done at the 1 hour resistance. Which, if you remember yesterday, guys, how big the ranges were huge. Yesterday's candle size, if you measure yesterday's candle size, was much bigger than today. Today, the candle sizes are much smaller. This move here, from here to here, look at this, was 46 pips. Right? Such a small distance, 46 pips. This break from here to here was another 40 pips. So this whole move from down here to down here was 80 pips, 90 pips. Today, if we look, right, today if we look and measure the ranges, from here to here looks big, but it's only 10, 12 pips here, right? We're only 10, 12 pips, and it's not the biggest range. So you guys need to always do some measuring in the market, right? Always measure and see what type of ranges we have, because this might look like a big move, but really it's very, very small move, right? From this to here, it's only 8 pips, right? This looks like, oh man, what a candle I missed. I missed this big green candle. You're really only missing, even if you take the break of the highs, it's only you know, 6 pips, right? With spread and everything. You're only missing 6 pips. So the ranges are small and you guys need to understand that, right? Someone here in the chat says, I'm in a buy from 1904. Will it back? Man. Shit. I don't know why you don't have a stop loss or a plan. I think you will fail long term in trading if you don't have a stop loss and plan. If I was you, I'm not going to give you any advice on this because, you know, there's no point of me advising you on your own trade and then it does what I said. And, you know, it does what I said. Well, it doesn't do what I said, sorry. And then what ends up happening is that you blame me. So definitely should have been out of this trade. And no, I don't think it's a good idea, your trade. And I think it was a bad plan from you and you're going to be punished for that. And it's something you have to learn, right? You can't trade the markets like this. You have to have a stop loss, right? A point of exit. Is gold bearish? If it breaks the daily low, I do think we can see some more downside on gold below this type of zone here, right? 1895, 300. It's possible to go down. It's possible, yes. Right, so we broke up the highs. Looks like this guy's safe in his trade now. So he'll be happy. And yeah, that original position would have been alright. Would have been up 15 pips. Probably could have called it a day at that. It is what it is. Long-term patience will pay. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do, right? Let's see what we can do. If we start pushing up heavy today, this 164, you guys have to... 164 is a real tough zone here. Look at this, right? This 164 comes from... Where does it come from? Let's have a look here, right? Look at this 164 level, right? You can see how much of a resistance this has been. All the way back since 2022 here. Resistance, resistance. Really tough level to buy into 164. Became support. Retested it as support again. Now we're back to here, right? And I want you guys to understand how risky it is buying into this zone, right? It's a really tough zone. So I really don't want to be buying at 164. And I want you guys to understand that because today might push up to 164. All of you get excited and then you get a heavy rejection from 164 and lose. So you have to be patient with this. Ideally, we pull back now. Yeah, you got hacked, right? You got hacked. I can see. Trying to post scams. Right, LTC? Yeah, I know. I deleted it. Yeah. I will. Don't worry, guys. I'll inform. I appreciate it. This is the power of having a tight community. I'll let everyone know, don't worry. And everyone on stream who's in the group, there you go. Someone's account has been hacked. You shouldn't be clicking links anyways. Never click links or download anything onto your computer. Very bad idea. I'm letting everyone know. Enough caps, man. You're spamming the chat. Chat's getting too wild with your caps. We get it. I already deleted the message before it got out. Don't worry. I have moderators as well that delete that, so don't worry about that. Sorry for dumb question. Man, don't apologize. There's no such thing as dumb questions. Everyone has to learn somehow. At one point, I was asking dumb questions, really dumb questions. So definitely don't worry about asking dumb questions. I welcome all questions into this chat. And if someone makes fun of you, if someone makes fun of your question, then, you know, there's something wrong with them, right? Because it doesn't matter. 164 doesn't begin an LTA. I don't know if there's a ton of stuff far left, but on the close left, it looks kind of smooth. I like this question. You're right? But you see, we have all of this. This is not really, this is all rejection wicks. So since there's a rejection, this would be the LTA, right? This clean zone here, but this is now being overtaken by a wick, and this wick is a rejection wick. So it's invalidated the LTA. If we're looking at the higher time frame, right? And we're looking at above 164 here. Yes, it is clean, but that means we need a 4-hour closing above 164 before we can take trades, right? So until we get a 4-hour candle closing above like this, when the 4-hour close above, we get continuation. Every time we get a candle closing above 164 is when we get the trade. So I'm talking more about, I was talking about on the lower time frames here, right? The lower time frames, we can't really do anything. That's your trade in GJ. I probably know your entry. That's a good entry. Nice work. This thing is just going to continue nice and slowly towards this 1-hour resistance. I don't see any reason as to why it should not, right? We have this 1-hour close coming up in 15 minutes almost, 12 minutes or so. Don't think GJ is gonna pull back. Nah, that's the only option though we have for entries, but it's okay if it doesn't, right? Because then it doesn't follow our plan. But you know, even a pullback, if we get a pullback pre-London somewhere to here, which I always see, you know, we can take trades from here. You know, it can happen. You know, we just have to be patient here. Things can change very, very fast. Buying the highs here is just not a good idea, right? The range is too small. 6-7 pips max. I appreciate all of you guys showing up. Always a pleasure to have you. Always, always. Things will get more exciting. You know, we just have to be patient here. But the thing is, the plans work. You know, some days are going to be like this. Today's also the budget. So we don't have to trade today because it's the budget. But it would be nice, right? It would have been nice. Morning, first time on your stream. Welcome, welcome, man. Hope you're enjoying it. If there's any questions you have, don't feel free to ask it. If you guys want me to look at some pairs, I can also look at some pairs because I don't think many streamers do that. Have a look at people's pairs, so I don't mind. But not some crazy pairs, right? Main pairs, like, you know, GU and all of that stuff. Someone wants to have a look at Euro USD. Yeah, we can have a look at Euro USD. Daily time frame here. Daily time frame still at this daily resistance, hasn't closed above. Until we close above here, there's no real good indication of continuation. 4 hours choppy at the top of the range. We have had this 4 hour close. There's a potential for a wick fill, but you'll notice that we have all this resistance here. So potentially, if the 1 hour recloses above this zone here, right? If we reclose above this zone, you could have a possibility to retest the highs. Is that enough range? You know, 12 pip range, Euro USD is a little bit different. Yeah, so if you start breaking back above this range, there's a possibility to retest the highs here. Do I also invest or do I only trade? Yes, I do invest. I invest in crypto, and I originally started as a crypto investor. Also look into some dividend stocks as well. Give me 1 sec, guys. Just gonna go to the toilet quickly. Why did I stop the car talks? That's a good question. I'll answer that when I come back. I didn't stop it. It's just I didn't have anything to talk about. I think I will start them again. I will start them again, but I need topics. So if you guys have topics you want me to cover in the car talks, I will do them again. And yeah, give me a sec. I'll just be back in 2 seconds. Yeah, so the car talks, the reason why I stopped the car talks is I wanted to buy one of these mics, right? So I wanted to buy a mic that I could have on my chest, and then it would make it accurate, right? Not accurate, but clear. Because I was filming with the camera and you could basically hear the camera noise, which was not really nice, right? You could hear like basically the road and the background noise. So I bought these $200 mics that are made by Rode. They're really good. They basically go on your shirt like this, and essentially now I can restart those videos and have clearer audio. So that's number one. And number two, I wanted to get some good topics before doing the car talk. So if you guys have any topics you want me to talk about in the car talks, and you know, also I noticed not a lot of people wanted to watch those videos, but if you guys do like those videos, I can continue doing them because I enjoy making them. They're pretty easy to make, and I can just basically start one when I can basically do it on my way to do something. So let me know if you guys like that, and I'll probably do it again. I'm actually planning, I'm filming a day in the life, which I think you guys would enjoy. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna post that maybe next week. So keep an eye out for that. May I ask, what would a good initial capital for trading Forex? Just to practice, you can deposit however much you're comfortable with. You know, just deposit a very, very small amount. You're gonna be trading 0.01 or 0.1 as a beginner, so that doesn't matter. But if you actually want to start making income from it, you probably need you can send it here in the chat or in the group. You can send it wherever you want, the topic. But I would say if you're gonna start trading Forex seriously and want to actually make some income out of it, you probably need 5,000, but there's no reason why you can't trade $1,000 as well. You know, there's definitely, but it'll just take slower, right? The less capital, you just have to make sure to manage your risk at all times. What's your winning percentage? It depends. If there's a month where I'm taking a lot more trades, the win percentage will go down, but there's more volume of trades. So it will probably be around 78%, 75. Really, the minimum is 70, 75. I would say on average it's around 80%, 80 to 78%. You can see all here, right? This is a small one, but this is basically a small trading log I have, right? And you can see basically win percentage here is 77%, right? I missed the day in the life and also the trader reaction videos. Yeah, I'll bring them back. Do you wipe off your zones every day and draw new ones? I just clean it up, so I adjust to the most recent because I like to keep all of my zones on the chart because most of them are relevant. Like I only added one line today, everything, and removed some lines from yesterday. Everything else is still relevant, right? Alright, looks like we're pulling back on GG, or trying to pull back, which is nice to see. That's what we want pre-session. Was that a small liquidity grab for GJ? It could be, but we don't know until we see the reaction. So we either need to see the next candle close bullish. If the next candle close bullish, this ends up being a liquidity grab. For now, this we don't have any information. On the 5 minute, we're trying to close bullish here. You know, so we'll see what happens, right? Is that doc a doc you can share? Sure is, man. That doc is actually, I have that doc in my Discord channel. So if you check out the Discord channel, link is in the description. I encourage you all to join it because when these stream shuts down, if we find any trades, I do share the trades in there, and there's a lot of, you can ask a lot of questions and be part of the community. It's a really biased community, and I think it will really help you. But in that, there's a tab called Resources tab, and the Resources tab, you can find that document there for free, and you can make your own copy and you can have that document, right? Zaini, I answered your question. You need to listen. I answered that question, Zaini. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, let me know in the chat. You know, don't feel scared to ask questions. If you're enjoying it as well, do the YouTube business. If you're new to this stream, I appreciate subscribe so you can join future streams. Right? Be a pleasure to have you. And yeah, we can get it. We can get it. Goal is to get the stream to 100 viewers. We're halfway. We're basically halfway. Why does it say no? Maybe it's just your browser. I think it's best to post it in the chat, right? If you post it in the chat, it will work. Let's go have a look, right? Right, so let's just open my channel here. Also, if you guys don't know, this channel is actually not only a live streaming channel, there's actually huge information of videos here. Recommend you watch this new videos. Let's go here. Give the stream a like, why not? Alright, so we'll copy this. Put it in chat. There you go. That link should work now. I don't see why that wouldn't work. There's also Telegram. And also, guys, you have to make sure to follow my Instagram. If you do take trades, tag me on Instagram. I'll be happy to repost and have a look at it, your trades. And also check out my content on Instagram. There's a lot of content on Instagram. Let's see if we can find my Instagram. Link is in the description as well. Oh no, that's not my Instagram. Right, here's the Instagram. Give this a follow. There's actually good content on here. Short form content. Right? Trading versus investing. Goals in trading. Bad drawdown. How much money can you make? Losses. All of this content. Help you out. Can you check gold? What do you want me to check on gold? Gold is bouncing. Right? Bounced off the support. That's why I said there's no sells at the support. And we're rejecting. Very low volume here, right? A lot of rejection wicks, not very clean price action. There's nothing you can do, right? Target has been met. You have to wait either for deeper pullbacks to continue down. You need to learn everything bit by bit, man. You'll get there. You will get there. Right, we're pulling back, so this is what I like to see pre-session. If this could come even deeper, then we're ready to party. Let's get it. No worries, man. Appreciate you saying thank you. I like that. Shows courtesy. A lot of people don't say thank you these days. Okay, there's a possibility that this absolutely rejects here and pulls back all the way down and breaks these lows. If it breaks these lows, I'm not interested in sells. I'll be more interested in breaking here and closing back in here. And I can take buys for more upside, right? That's what I would be more interested. So don't get fooled by those sells if they come up. It's not something I'll be looking at. Is it not session open already? I'm in the US. Not yet. Session open is going to happen in an hour. That's when it's the official session open. Yeah, a lot of people watch this channel from the US. I appreciate you guys joining from the US. Always a pleasure to have you. Be sure to join the group because a lot of people trade New York session. Actually, yeah, there's a lot of. Got a Harry Discord working now, thanks. I can pin that if anyone wants to join the Discord and is struggling with the link in the description. There's a link that I pinned, and you guys can try join that one if it's not working. What about gold? We covered gold. It's pulling back at the moment. There's nothing really you can do on gold at the moment. Have to be patient. Is there any news today for gold? Today is Wednesday. All PPI. So PPI is probably going to cause, is probably waiting for PPI, right? Yesterday we had CPI. Today we have PPI. So you have to, I think price is waiting for that. Got you. It's 12 a.m. now, which is usually London Open, but it's the daylight savings exactly. That's when, yeah, you're 12 hours difference. So from me, no, 11 hours at the moment. So yeah, on March 26th, it will end up being this time. Yeah, it will be 12 a.m. for you. How do you deal with the emotions of blowing account? Blowing account should have never happened in the first place. In order to avoid putting yourself in that spot, you shouldn't have blown your account in the first place. Always use proper risk. It's such a simple thing, and I don't understand why people can't do it till today. Just use proper risk, right? Just don't over risk in your trades. It's very simple. You know, this is a long-term game. Maybe you're not making much money now, but it's better than losing a lot of money, which most people do. Understand that you're more likely to lose money. So you probably are going to lose money in the beginning. So why not lose less of it? Watching from Portugal, welcome, welcome. You know, just move on. Take the lesson and make sure that doesn't happen again. There's nothing you can do. It's happened. It's something in the past, but you have to learn from it. That's the best thing you can do. Right? You have to learn and not repeat the mistake. There's so many people who repeat that mistake. Always taking losses after losses after losses. That's the biggest mistake. Not losses, but blowing accounts after accounts. No worries, man. Just move on and concentrate on making your plan, like this Rockstar Rolling said. You know, stick to your trading plan and you won't blow your account, because in your trading plan it will say not to take, maybe in my trading plan it says don't take more than 2 losses in a day, right? Don't take more than 2 losses in a day. If I take 2 losses, I just take a step back, go outside, catch some sun, you know, and move on. I obviously got something wrong today, and that's gonna happen. We can't be 100% correct. If we were 100% correct, man, I tell you what, you know, we would really, I'd be doing something else, man. I'd be just risking everything, going big, and not going home, because you would be making tons of money. That's not the case, right? It's not as simple as that. $30-minute close bearish here. There's one more trade opportunity now we have, since we have this resistance. If a 30-minute closes above this resistance next to London Open, we could maybe, there's a possibility to take buys to fill this range, 15 pips, and potentially break above the 1 hour resistance and come to 164 at 25 pips. So this is a new resistance here, which gives new opportunity to buy above now, right? Even though the 15-minute, if we mark that, come on, Tradingview, don't do this on me. Come on. Okay, when Tradingview decides to show me the charts, I can continue explaining an important point. But Tradingview is not cooperating at the moment. Come on, Tradingview. There we go. So if we mark this out on the 30-minute like this as a resistance, and we go have a look at what this is on the 15, right? Breaking back in the range. So guess what? If we get a 30-minute closing bullish and a 15-minute candle closing bullish above here, there's a possibility we can take buys to this resistance and continue all the way up to 164. You know, basically watch what happens here. And this is what happens. This is how plans can slightly change, but it's the same idea. But now we have new information of this resistance. So anything closing above here is a chance to go up, right? So you can add that to the plan of the day, you know. Close above 30R, right? 30R is your 30 resistance. Good advice here, do not FOMO into your trades. Bad idea, right? You can see, look at the result. Anyone who bought the highs, it's not a good idea. We're just chilling. What's the Discord link? I pinned it. Hey Harry, are you watching the daily resistance at 163.800? Daily resistance at 163.800. I would watch it, but all of these wicks kind of now invalidated it for me because we're not rejecting directly at it. At this point here, it was a problem, right? We could see, but this invalidated it. Yesterday invalidated it. And now on the 15-minute here, we have already retested it, if anything, because this was around 800s. So if we are gonna, you know, it's already created a target for the day. So it's already become a zone. If we're not gonna continue up to this target, your trade was gonna be wrong anyway. So if this is gonna be the rejection of daily resistance, we expect this to continue down and just fail, and I won't even get the opportunities to retest this zone, you know. But I'm not looking to sell from this resistance here, you know. It's already tough selling in this buying in this zone, but we're trying to make do with what we have, right? Ideally, it would nice to see a Bobby from here. That would be ideal because then you have huge range to trade. You know, all of this rejection here, where we're trading, guys, what you have to understand, it's not the cleanest zone to be trading in, right? We have a lot of rejections, 2 big rejections from 4-hour time frames. So it's not clean anyway, so trading in here is going to be slightly difficult. But, you know, it's still possible. We just have to understand if we're wrong from trading in here, we know why we're wrong. We're wrong because of the rejection zone. This type of 1-hour close here is not a lot of confidence. But if this just pulls back down and London closes like this, before London open and we start breaking the high, you could get this wick fill here, right? Alright, 2 minutes till this 15-minute closes here. Someone's from Kenya. He's making it clear that he's from Kenya. Welcome from Kenya. Habari. Mazuri. Is the 30 resistance the top of the swing high? Yeah, this one right here. This previous resistance just closed. Resistance defined by a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle will create a form of resistance. If it's followed by 2 or more bearish candles, it's a stronger resistance. 1 bearish candle creates a small resistance. Just asking, Discord, is it a learning platform? Discord is a group where you can ask questions and where I post my links to videos I post. I answer your questions and also all my resources. Like I have free trading plans, I have free trading logs, I have all of that stuff. All of that stuff I posted in my Discord. Completely different chart on MetaTrader 5. Yeah, maybe let's have a look. No, it would be the same as this. What time frame is a different chart, man? There's just a few gaps here. I know there's a few gaps here, but it's okay. Shall see what happens. Candle closing here in 15 seconds. Is it going to close inside of the range or on top of the range? This is the question. 7 seconds for that question to be answered. And I'll be intrigued because that changes quite a lot of things. If it closes on top of the range, it's respecting the range, which it has. So the information we have now, it's respecting the range. So if we get that closure above the 30-minute resistance, could be good for upside, right? How long have you been a full-time trader? I mean, this is a very interesting question that I like to answer because depends what you consider full-time. Is trading really full-time when you only have to trade one session a day? If you have to trade one session a day, which is 3-4 hours max, it's not full-time. But no, I've been working on trading, and as you call it, full-time trading, for now around fully full-time, a year and a half. Man's been Gbpjpy since I first came across him in 2021. Pretty sure he knows every candle in the mother. Yeah, man, it's been a while. Aaron's an OG. Yeah, I've been looking at that for a while, man. Yeah, so that's almost 2 years, right? 2 years of looking at GJ. Learning its attitude. Love-hate relationship me and GJ have. It's quite a difficult marriage, to be honest. Quite a love-hate relationship. Sometimes we're okay, but you know, a lot of times we're arguing. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's tough, you know, sometimes it's tough. Someone in the chat, gold, sell or buy. Press both and whichever one goes in profit, good for you. Alright, post that on Instagram. Press sell and buy at the same time, whichever one goes in profit, post that on Instagram. That's your answer, brother. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Yes, that is the story of trading. Alright, trying to break up here. We need that close above the 30-minute resistance. So this 30 closes anyways in 11 minutes. Right? This candle just flipping here does not mean anything. We can easily start... Oh man, now my camera goes and runs out. So camera's run out here of battery, run out of steam as my stream continues a little bit longer. But no, as you guys know, the plan of the stream, I'm probably gonna call it until tomorrow. You guys know the plan, right? Camera has gone out, my apologies. I will fix it for next stream. But the plan is pretty simple here. What are we looking for? If this candle and the 30-minute closes at support here, we will take buys towards the upside. If it pulls back, we have to wait and be patient. If we just range, then there's nothing we can do. And it's a game of patience at the moment. So that's the plan for today, guys. Pretty simple plan. And if I do take the trades or the setups do come, I'll let you know in the group. And I hope you guys will join so that you guys can have a look and also take the same trades so that you guys learn to take the trades and build confidence, because that's the point of these streams, to build confidence. And hope you guys can join the next one and we can possibly catch trades together if it allows us. But the plan is set. You guys know the plan, and you guys have to build the confidence to take the trade. So don't be scared. Build the confidence, follow the plan, and that's how you get better at trading. All right. Appreciate you all joining up. Catch you on the next one. Take care. Trade sharp, and hopefully see you very, very soon. Ooh, GJ pushing up heavy now. Okay. I'll stay on 5 minutes longer because it's pushing up heavy. There's nothing we can do now, guys. We have to wait for this close. There's really nothing. There might be some news coming in. Yeah, wait for the close, right? Wait for this 15 close. If 15 closes above here in 9 minutes, there's a possibility for buys. If this 15 just pushes to the top of the screen, there's nothing we could have done, and that's how it's going to be. So yeah, just wait for the 15 close here, and we will see what happens very, very shortly. So let you know, keep you guys updated, and I'll catch you on the next stream. Thank you very much, and see you soon.